What is up, YouTube? McIntyre here. Today I wanted to bring you guys a patch overview video for the new 2.0 change. This is the patch is going to add Genji to the game April 17, 2017. I have not read through this, so we're going to go through it right now. Yeah, like I said, first seeing Genji. Not going to really talk about him here as I will be uploading a Genji video, and that'll get more into him, but we do have Genji will be added, as well as the new map, Hanamura. It's a payload map. It's going to be really interesting. It's got a bunch of new mechanics. You're going to have items-ish, kind of. Essentially, when you do camps, they're going to drop rewards, and then you can use these rewards as items. So to have vision or to heal, you can see here we have a turret you can place. So that'll be interesting. But it is a 2-lane map, so kind of baby rage about that. And then we have some new skins, Zarya, Genji, Ariel skin. You have attack move target point. This is, to me, a big change. Some people are going to be really excited. Some might even really hate it. But essentially what this means is, an example would be, let's say that up here at the top right, if you guys want to move your eyes up here, this play now button is who I'm trying to hit, okay? And then to the left of it, let's just say over here, let's say the blue side is these are 2 minions, okay? So the orange is 1 minion and the blue is another minion. And I'm standing here where my mouse is, okay? If I attack move here beside the orange, I'll hit orange. If I attack move here, I'll hit blue. Right now, in its current state, if I'm staying where my mouse is at and I attack move beside of me, and I attack move beside of the orange, I'll hit blue. But now it'll prioritize wherever your attack move is closest to. So if you're targeting, let's say, you know, a Vala in the back line and you're A-clicking towards her, right beside of her, but you know you don't have that pinpoint attack accuracy, then it'll still attack her. So it's a really nice thing it's added. It was in League of Legends. So it'll change a lot. It'll change a lot, honestly. It'll change a lot when clicking on backline and when misclicking. So if you A-click and don't hit the enemy, if you're close enough to them, you'll still hit them. So we have some collection things, brawl things, mastery taunt, pretty cool. So this is what we care about. Changes. Cassia change. So she got buff on her Finn. Buff. 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 Oh, this is a big buff, actually. Valkyrie is, I think, the better ultimate of the two. You just get easy picks on backline with this. So this is a huge buff. 30 seconds. That's disgusting. True Sight. Not really the talent you take. They did nerf Surge of Light, which was her best talent at 7. And then we have the Infinite thing. They've decreased cooldown on the bounce. Okay, so low base buffs, didn't really hit her too much. This is the biggest one, I think, the Valkyrie change, 90 to 60 seconds. Oh, this is a really cool one. Inner Beast, cooldown increased from 16 to 20. So they increased the cooldown of your W, but every basic attack while Inner Beast is active now reduces its cooldown. So you get the level 1 talent without talenting it. It's not as good, as you can see here. You still have the level 1 talent and you get 1 second off every time you auto, but still 0.5 is pretty good. And this will kind of incentivize you to keeping your W going even when you're not talented towards it. We also have a buff on Cursed Bullet, another 5% to his R. That's pretty big considering that ultimate is on a 30-second cooldown. So that's potentially like, you know, deal 3,000 damage to Muradin if he's avatared. So good changes here. Insatiable. This is not really a talent most people take, but it no longer restricts your mana you can return while you hit W. So Zevo's the next change. Specialist. So we buffed the Toad's damage, decreased the damage of Gargantuan and the health, so nerf to Gargantuan. Buff the Toads, nerf to Superstition. What is this? A buff to Humangoid, although you don't take this, and Vol Infection actually got nerfed too. You need more stacks now for this talent, so that's actually a big deal. On bigger 3-lane maps where Nazeebo doesn't get the stack as well, it's going to be much harder for him to get Voodoo Ritual because of that. So, big deal. Photon Cannon, a little quality of life change here for Probius. Can now self-cast it. Supports Ariel. Sacred Sweep. Damage increase, so that's a buff. Center damage increase, buff. Buff. Damage increase. Terrain damage increase, that's a buff. Resurrect. Increase cooldown to 120 seconds. But the channel time is now 0.5. That's pretty disgusting, actually. That's fairly quick. Like, that's like me saying, and now he's up. But after you cast it, it takes 5 seconds before the person comes back to life. So they like actually resurrect now. Still, I mean, that's a big change. 5 seconds, 0.5 seconds is nothing. The only thing is 120 second cooldown means you're gonna do that every 2 minutes. So kind of sucks for that reason. Damage bonus for completing the quest, more damage on Q. Cooldown reduction increased. No longer has a cap. So these are buffs, buff. Repeated offense, buff on your E quest. That's pretty good. These two talents don't really mean anything because we get a CDR at 7. Blinding Flash. Blind duration reduced. So there's finally a nerf to Ariel. Now also reduces cooldown by 2 for each enemy hit. So this is the one that hits multiple people. So we might see more of this. Even if you just hit one person, you still get a decreased cooldown of 2 seconds, right? Shield of Hope. Cooldown increased. I think they wanted to make that like Storm Shield. And then Light Speed. This is your Resurrect. Remove the increased health. Now causes the cooldown of Resurrect to recharge 100% faster while target is alive. Wow, that's pretty good. So potentially a 60-second cooldown on Resurrect as long as your target stays alive during the time. So actually really powerful, to be honest. Could lead to resurrection compositions where you send someone out, trade 1 for 1, then resurrect up. Brightwing Soothing Mist now displays range. So they just took the Lucio thing. Everyone complained about that. That's good. Lily buff. Blinding Wind. Cooldown decreased. Mana cost recruit reduced. Damage increased. So this is all buffs to her E. Not sure Lily has enough in her kit going on to that matters, but still buff. So we have tasks that looks like nerfs. This is good. Damage increased. Okay, so actually this is a buff. But this is a nerf. Duration decreased from 5 to 4 on his shield, and shield amount decreased by 100 almost. 75, but pretty good. Force Wall. So cooldown reduced. They're trying to force Wall. 8 seconds instead of Archon. So we have our shield passive that they changed last patch anyways. Level 1. Quest regen globes give you more mana. After collecting 15, you increase the shield amount, and after collecting 30, you increase the shield amount again. So I think why they did this was because they changed it so you couldn't pre-shield the Tracer, but then I'm pretty sure this talent, the current patch that we're playing on, after you got 30 globes, it did retain enough so that you could keep the shields going 100%. So what they're trying to go away from is that you can't shield someone 100% of the time. You can shield them when they're taking damage, but you can't just shield Vala. Okay, shield drops. Okay, shield Vala. Shield drops. Shield Vala. So they're making it more like Zarya, where you shield, then they take damage. So you can still get value out of the shield, but it's not going to be like, oh, just give Vala shield constantly. Movement speed bonus reduced. That's really good. This is the talent that most people are taking, and the duration's reduced with the shield. Call is Embrace. Lifesteal increased. No one really cares, I don't think. Considering the shield only lasts 4 seconds now. And Twilight Archon change. Basic attacks while in Archon form increase Archon. This is a big one. This is the one that I think is great. So essentially what was happening with tasks and Archon as in its current state is you could get Archon at 20 and then just shove it down the enemy's throats. Like you could just AFK push a lane and they can't stop it. They just can't. There's no way. You can't keep tasks from autoing stuff. So just permanent tasks coming at your base. Imagine D-Shire, they're pushing mid. He's double storming. He's Archon permanent. It was just like overwhelming. And so this is good. This means that he can't just randomly tag a minion every, you know, I think it's like 12 seconds or something. It's like an absurd amount of time he has to auto it right now. And it gives a full bar back on the timer. So now this is, you will keep Archon up if you are fighting. So still to some sense there is that, you know, if he can still shove it down, you know, mid on D-Shire. But he has to be autoing the entire time. He can't just say, you know, oh, okay, I'm going to tag this minion. Okay, now I'm going to the easy camp. You know, okay, I tagged the easy camp once. Okay, now I'm going to go bottom. Okay, now I tagged the bottom lane once. You know, now he's going to have to be like, attack, attack, attack. Go to easies, attack, 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 attack. So that's actually a good change, I think. This is still powerful, but it's not overwhelming, basically. So here's the new Uther changes. So this is exciting for most people. A lot of people have wanted Uther to be good, so we'll read this stuff and we'll see if he's good or not. I'm assuming since they're changing his kit, he's going to be powerful. They're giving Uther the new hero treatment, so most of the new heroes are powerful because they just get a lot of everything. So hopefully that's what happens here with Uther. So his base increase on health. He's got health regen increase. They removed the armor that he had. They decreased the healing of his Q, but it now also heals Uther if he casts it on someone else. So that's a change, right? They're trying to say, okay, Uther, you're going to heal yourself while you heal others. That's really good. He's also going to get healed from his W still. So this is, you know, reduced healing as well on his W. Mana is reduced, which was always a problem on W. And now his trait, when Uther heals anyone with a basic ability, they gain 25% armor. So if I hit my whole team with a W, everybody gets 25 armor, including myself. That's pretty good. I really like that, actually. It's like a little mini hardened shield. So level 1, they got rid of Conjurer's Pursuit. And they now have Wave of Light. Oh, changes to Wave of Light. This is the increased range. I want to say this is the increased range. No, that's at level 4. This might be like every time you hit something, you get mana. No longer has a cap on mana return and cooldown reduction. Yeah, that is what it is. Now it grants the benefits when enemy heroes are damaged. Increase the amount of mana returned. Heal or damage 60 heroes with it, and then increases the duration of your passive, the armor, to 3 seconds. So that's pretty good. I wish I gave like mana or something. E, talent, quest. Uther's basic attacks restore 1.5% of his maximum mana, which was a good talent, honestly. After you hit 75 enemies with a basic attack, basic attacks also reduce the cooldown of Hammer of Justice by 1 second. So I just put two talents into one. So again, like I said, hopefully this helps his kit. And we have a Q change. Quest. Reduce damage taken from heroes using your passive after reducing 40 sources of damage. Reduce the mana cost of your Q by 20. After reducing 80, reduce the mana cost of your Q by an additional 20 and increase cast range. So that's pretty good. I mean, we might see that being the go-to talent. It seems really good as a defensive talent. It'll either be that or the Wave of Light, honestly. This one's still good. I mean, this is the one that people are taking nowadays, so it might still stay the same, unless there's better Q talents. Beacon of Light moved to 16. All below 60% health, Uther receives 200% more self-healing. That's pretty good. So you can drop down really low and then Q somebody and get a big burst. You can also, you know, oh, never mind. I was going to say you could heal yourself. It's only when you're healing others. New Pursuit of Justice. E. Casting Hammer of Justice increases Uther's movement speed. So for 3 seconds. So now you can stun someone and then run around them and body block them. So that's pretty cool. Holy Fire moved to 4. Damage reduced. So we now have Holy Fire 4. Cleanse got removed. So, okay, we have Hand of Protection, which is Cleanse. Basic attacks reduces cooldown by 5 seconds. Okay. So it's a way better Cleanse. Hello? Okay. Well, that's pretty good. I mean, Uther's always been like a cleansy hero. Armor of Faith trait. Holy Light recharges 100% faster for 6 seconds when Uther is stunned. So if the other team has like heavy CCs like Malfruit, stuff like that, this could be the talent to go to. Healing. A stunned, rooted, or silenced hero with a basic ability increases the armor. Wow, that's disgusting. This is going to be a really hard one, honestly. Do I want to cleanse the person? Or do I just want to give them a hardened shield? It's like, do I cleanse or do I give them a hardened shield? That's so hard to say, honestly. I think that this one will be the go-to. As much as this is absurd, this is more absurd, I'm pretty sure. Like, imagine if your whole team walks into Malfruit, you just W your whole team, and then they all have hardened shield. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what people will take there. It's almost like you want your team to get CC'd, you know? And you have D-Shield anyway, so it's like, whatever. Blessed Champion. Healing from basic attacks reduced from 20 to 15 of Holy Light, but is calculated from the combined total of Holy Light's ally and self-heal. I don't know. I can't actually decipher what that means. Healing from basic attacks reduced from 20 to 15% of Holy Light. I don't know what this talent does, so I don't know. I don't understand what's happening here. Is this the one when you auto attack, you heal? I'm not sure. Holy Shock has moved to 4 now. No longer increases the value of Uther's next Holy Light, but instead refunds 45 mana. And you still heal yourself. Oh, that's really neat now. So when you Holy Shock the enemy, you heal yourself, so it's good poke. 13, well met, E. Hammer of Justice also reduces enemy hero movement speed by 25 and damage. So a little nerf. Okay, so this is a AoE burst heal after UQ is what that is. Still don't think that will be good, but hard to focus removed. All these things got moved up. Hitting an ally hero with Holy Radiance increases their healing received. So this is your W again. It's really kind of insane. Imagine like a Dahaka or a Muradin with Stone Form. You hit them with a W and they just full heal. Divine Protection trait. Eternal Devotion's armor can now stack twice. Each new application will refresh the duration of both armor. Okay, cool. So now you can give someone 150% resist. Okay. Well, that's pretty neat. I mean, Uther's gonna be. He seems pretty strong now. Like I said, when they change heroes kits, they get a lot. Pretty good. Pretty good. I like it. I want to try this character, to be honest. Seems strong. Nubrak. Burrow. Charge hovering over this ability will now show the range indicator for distance traveled. Okay, that's cool. So you can put this on like hard cast or on release and actually see where your E is going to hit. Locust Swarm, damage per second reduced. They nerfed this. Cool, now you can see the big AoE around you when you hit that because it had an insane AoE. They nerfed the E shield on 7 talent. Hovering over this ability will show the range indicators of those are the spines that spike out after you hit it. Cooldown reduction, so they nerfed Epicenter cooldown so you can't pop off with this talent anymore. ETC, they buffed his HP by 80. They gave him more regen. Guitar Hero increased healing by 10% on E. Speed Metal, 15%. That could be good. Pinball Wizard. Horrible talent. Don't ever take that. But Hammer On gets a damage increase. So more people will be taking Hammer On probably since the change to Echo. Although Echo does wave clear better now. Stitches. Increase health regen. Increase damage by 10. That could be good. That could be substantial. Since you go Tenderizer on Stitches, having base auto damage it could be good. Zarya energy, good. Maybe these are nerfs. Zarya rate of decay increased, so she decays faster, so that's good. Graviton surge, lol. Demo expert, cooldown reduction decreased from 0.5 to per 5 heroes up to 3.5 seconds. So I think this is a nerf, right? By just a little bit. Stronger together, damage needed per point of energy gained reduced from 9 to 6. So this is a buff. Although not many people take this talent, maybe on BOE you can take it. This is when you shield a teammate, they deal damage, you get energy. Maximum charge, this is the bonus regen energy. This is regen gloves give you more energy too. Give me 20. This is quest talent at 4. Cooldown reduction granted upon completing the quest decreased. It says a nerf. Buff to speed barrier, 35 to 50%. That's actually pretty good. You can just run people down. Diablo, Zarya, really strong. Varian, Zarya, really strong. Cleansing shield reduction increased. Cooldown reduction increased from 2 to 3 seconds. How is there a cooldown reduction on E? Did this talent give cooldown reduction? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what this means. Maybe add extra time to your E if you take this talent, which would be a nerf. Plasma shock. Slow duration increased from 1.5 to 2. That's a buff. Gravity kills. Damage increased on your R. No one's going to take that. Clear out. Bonus maximum energy increased from 10. No one takes that either. Oh, this increases the cooldown reduction. Okay, cool. Alright, and that's about it. I think that's it. So, just looking at these patch notes again, I mean, I really think that Uther got the change up, right? He's going to be the winner here. Tass, again, thank God, continued to get hit. I would say next up is probably this Ariel change. This is a lot of increased damage to Ariel, and we could start to see resurrect compositions, which could be pretty strong. Cassia, you know, this is not really damage, but mana changes. This is a big one too. This Inner Beast Curse Bullet change. That's an additional 5% on Greymane, and the base cooldown reduction on Inner Beast, which could be really good. So I would say in order, Uther's the best change. Ariel second best, then Greymane. And then as far as nerfs go, I would say, you know, Tass definitely being the biggest. Zarya getting a slap on the wrist, and the Anubrak. But that's going to be it for this patch, guys. I'm really excited to play this new Uther, as well as Genji. Obviously, that video will be up probably by today, hopefully, as long as the hero is out in time for me to play him. I was not invited to the summit, so I do not have a video ready for you guys. I wish I did. I wish Blizzard had given me the opportunity, considering I do make YouTube videos, but it's all good. It's all good. I'll make the video today and get it out to you so you guys can have a high-level player as an opinion on the new hero. But I'm really excited to play him. So with that said, guys, thank you all so much for checking this video out. If you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so now. It's right below. You can always hit like. That really helps me out. Always check me out on Twitch and Twitter. Those will both be located in the description below. But that's going to be it for this video. So until next time, I'll see you guys then. Take it easy.